Behold, the Storytime Animation Loftio.
Hello.
Did I have a line here?
These are some of the first ever reskins of my base model, and each of these characters have their own design challenges, starting with Garrett the Carrot. Garrett is an insanely talented shorts animator who animates the most randomly relatable stuff in the most satisfying way possible.
Oh, thank you.
So the challenge with Garrett's character is he's this small, weak, pathetic stick figure guy.
Hey.
Which led me to design this little stick figure-like figure. But the problem with this design is the only way to make the limbs articulate is to print several limb pieces in different positions. Which works, but it's kind of annoying. I also had to make these little stud things that clip onto the feet to help it stand up, which doesn't really look very good. So while I like the overall concept of this design, it just didn't feel right.
Yeah, while it's technically more accurate, it's definitely not as satisfying to pose.
I think I agree. You know, I guess I could have also gone with the carrot version, but this also has a lot of articulation issues.
Also, I have not worn that carrot costume in a very long time.
So I decided to just color different parts of the base figure, which ended up looking pretty good.
I don't know if that orange color is quite...
Moving on to something else YT. Adam is not only a Storytime animator with a unique and entertaining style, but also a music artist. I personally really enjoy your music.
Aw, stop.
Designing your figure wasn't actually that bad. I was able to use the same hoodie design as my character. I also made this pocket piece that you can snap both hands into to simulate the hoodie pocket. I've had mixed opinions about how this looks, but what do you think?
Well, I think as long as he can throw it back in Sano style, I think that's all that matters.
I'm not exactly sure what that means, but okay. The horns is the only other thing I needed to design. Now, originally, I designed the horns to be a detachable accessory and have a little bit of articulation.
Question, why would my horns need to be articulate?
Well, I thought they, sometimes move? Honestly, I have no idea. But they looked horrible anyway. So I made this new design that's much more proportionally accurate. And it's permanently attached to the head, which frees up that head socket for accessories. Oh, and I realized that I completely forgot about the common sense on your hoodie. There! Now, you are perfect!
Yeah. Yep.
And last but not least, infamous swoosh.
So if I'm not least, that means that one of them has to be the least, right?
That's not what he meant.
I don't want to be mean to Garrett.
Hey!
Infamous Swoosh is another talented Storytime animator. I particularly like all the exaggerated faces you have.
Thanks. Got it from my parents.
So with your figure, there was really only one thing I needed to design, and that's the hairpiece. This was definitely a challenge. Originally, I really wanted to find a way to print this in one piece, but there was no way to do that without using supports, and it made the top face piece really difficult to trade out. So I tried dividing the hair in two parts that are connected by a socket joint, and this worked beautifully. I no longer needed to print it with supports. You can move the hair out of the way to change out the face pieces, and the socket joint allows for some hair animation. Definitely a solid base design that I can use for future figures.
Nice. But how would you make it a girl's hair? Or just like long hair in general?
I will figure it out when I need to. But for now, I'm really happy with how these figures turned out. And I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of this project. It's honestly just surreal to be working with such talented creators. And thank you guys for all the insane support on the Kickstarter. My mind is completely blown. Also, there's just 2 days left to get the exclusive tiers before they go away forever. Marketing execution!
Make sure to buy my Loftio and none of the other guys, because they're the least and I'm not. Swoosh out.